Ever found yourself wondering why on earth you're feeding your pets chocolate and apples in Arm Wrestle Simulator on Roblox? Well, join the club. Let's dive into the weird and wacky world of pet nutrition Arm Wrestle Simulator style. Now, anyone who's ever owned a pet, or even watched a single episode of an animal documentary, knows that our furry friends usually prefer a diet rich in proteins and fats. Dogs love their kibbles, cats crave their fish, and birds, seeds are their jam. But the creators of Arm Wrestle Simulator on Roblox decided to flip the script. In this virtual universe, your pets don't want a juicy steak or a fresh catch of the day. No, they'd rather chomp on a bar of chocolate or munch on an apple to level up. Now, I'm sure some of you are chuckling at the thought of your real-life pet wolfing down a chocolate bar. Let's not forget how dangerous chocolate can be for dogs. So it's not just absurd, but also concerning that the developers have chosen such a bizarre feeding system for the pets in the game. Then there's the apple scenario. While apples aren't harmful to most pets, it's not exactly their go-to snack. Can you imagine your pet turtle eagerly chomping down an apple? Or your cat abandoning its bowl of tuna for a juicy Granny Smith? It's a comical image, to say the least. But let's take a step back and appreciate the humor in this. After all, it's a game, and games are meant to be fun, even if they sometimes stray into the realm of the ridiculous. And feeding your digital pets chocolate and apples in Arm Wrestle Simulator is undoubtedly one of those moments. So we've seen that feeding your pets chocolate and apples in Arm Wrestle Simulator is just as ridiculous as it sounds. But hey, in the end, it's all in good fun. So keep playing, keep feeding those pets, and always remember to keep your real-life chocolate bars safely away from your real-life pets. Now let's talk about how Arm Wrestle Simulator turns into a grind fest. You see, the game calls for a hefty amount of repetitive actions to make any significant progress. It's a constant cycle. Arm wrestle, win, level up, arm wrestle again. And just when you think you're getting somewhere, you realize you're still in the same spot, doing the same action, over and over again. This repetitiveness can quickly turn a game that's supposed to be fun and exciting into something that feels more like a chore. You're not exploring new terrains, you're not unlocking new abilities, and you're not engaging in thrilling battles. Instead, you're stuck in an endless loop of arm wrestling. Now, don't get me wrong, there's nothing inherently wrong with a grind in video games. It can be a rewarding experience when done right, giving players a sense of achievement and progression. But in Arm Wrestle Simulator, it feels more like a relentless treadmill where the scenery never changes and the finish line never appears. And how does this affect the overall gaming experience, you might ask? Well, it can make it feel tedious and monotonous. Instead of eagerly hopping onto the game to see what new challenges await, you might find yourself dreading the thought of yet another arm wrestling match. As we can see, Arm Wrestle Simulator can quickly turn from a fun game into a repetitive chore. Lastly, let's discuss the sky-high prices game developer Jay has set for pets in the game. Now, if you're familiar with the Roblox universe, you'd know that pets are a common feature across many games. They range from being loyal companions to power-boosting sidekicks. But the price tag on these virtual pals in Arm Wrestle Simulator is simply out of this world. To give you an idea, a single pet in this game costs a whopping 12,999 Robux. Yes, you heard that right. That's more than what you'd typically spend on an entire catalogue of games on Roblox. It's as if you're purchasing a luxury sports car in the virtual world, except it's a pet that does arm wrestling. This exorbitant pricing can create a significant barrier for many players, particularly those who can't afford to splurge on such luxuries. It's not just about the cost, but the value you get in return. When a pet costs more than an array of games combined, it raises the question of whether it's really worth it. Unfortunately, this high-cost, low-value trend seems to be a recurring theme in Arm Wrestle Simulator. From feeding pets chocolate to the relentless grind, the game is replete with features that seem to place more emphasis on making money than providing a fun, inclusive gaming experience. So whether it's feeding your pet chocolate, the never-ending grind, or the astronomical pet prices, Arm Wrestle Simulator is full of ridiculous aspects that just don't add up.